What up, YouTube? We're back. I saw in the last episode we got the engine back. We got it into the car, and we started putting everything as much as we got, as much as we could in one night. We had a little trouble at the end. We had some shims in the wrong places on the motor mount, so the thing was kind of teetering a little bit. So that's pretty much the update that we have for today. It's just going to be install. I mean, we got a pretty good long checklist for one of the next shows, but we're out here on a Sunday instead of our Monday. Louis wanted to get some more items done because we're 2 weeks?
2 weeks from today is race day.
Yeah, 2 weeks from today is race day on the 16th, April 16th. So day after taxes are due, so get your taxes in if you guys forgot to do that. So the plan for tonight is get the carburetor on, get the header boom tubes in, get a couple other, I'll get the fuel make it happen installed, the lightning hoses, and get a couple of the odds and ends together. Probably won't fire it on this episode. This is probably gonna be a little bit of a shorter episode, but tomorrow, which will be the April 3rd, we're gonna have a lot more. The plan is to get it fired, hopefully by tomorrow.
Yeah, I think it has to happen.
Yeah, so we got to get it running tomorrow, and then Louis is going to put in some extra time this week to get as much done as we can. Obviously, we're coming down to the nitty-gritty. Obviously, getting a vinyl wrap on this thing is important for the sponsors and things like that, but that is probably going to be one of the last things to have happen. Hopefully, we're not wrenching on it before we get to the track. It's not a good deal. We've done it before, but not the smartest things to do. Just to make sure you're ready, because you don't want to go out there with something loose or some goofy thing. And
not with this competition.
No. I mean, it's worth.
These guys show up ready to go.
Yeah, this is a race where they bring the big dogs. So, all right. Well, we'll get some time lapses together and chime in when we have some updates on some of the stuff we're doing. But that's what we're probably going to do tonight, and then you'll probably catch the next episode and.
The next episode,
and we'll get that. And then we have some updates on the SHO here in the next couple of weeks. Once hopefully we can get this thing after the first race is done, then I can probably jump back on the SHO, put the steering rack in, get that squared away out of here, and start driving it, because I really want to put some miles on that thing before we take it on the power tour. But first things first is getting this thing ready to get to the track on the 16th in Wisconsin Dells. All right, I'll catch you in a couple seconds. Well, Louis can only blame himself in this situation, because an engineer did something with this to figure out how to make it more painful for people to put spark plugs in and out. So
all this room, shit's running over each other.
Yeah, well, that's what you usually do. You want to get your car up on a hoist to make sure you use spark plugs from the bottom. so this is what you really want to do. You want to struggle as much as you can right now, guys, so that when you go back and watch this later, when you have to take this back off and put it back on, at least we can watch if there's a technique to get it back in there. Right on the bench where it should. If you guys work in a shop, your own shop, and if you guys are working on junk, I'm sure you guys do the same thing. Any horizontal surface is a bench.
It's allowed.
If you,
I'm planning on putting the vise on that step stool.
yeah, the step stool is a very perfect. I mean, they are different levels. I mean, you want to put the heaviest stuff on the bottom, so your what would you want to put on there at the bottom? Something really heavy.
A tool?
Yeah, a tool of some sort.
I'm gonna use that as storage. I'm gonna put the welder on there.
Yeah, exactly. They have different tiers.
And then I can put stuff on the steps above it and weld on it.
It's like one of the new trends, having not having cabinets, but just having shelves for all your plates. It's the same thing. Who needs drawers when you got shelves?
Tell me it's a trend.
That's another one of those tech tips. Follow along for more.
Tech.
Junk tips. That will work with it. Guys, well, you just saw a little bit of work. We got the fuel make it happen on, boop, right there. Got the boom tubes in, there and there. I got the lightning hoses on there so we can get all the sparkles to the cylinders. What else do we got? We got support bar right there that you guys saw us put that on. Some hoses, some other little odds and ends.
Bay bars.
We did not drop anything into the intake down into the engine, which is probably good. But like I said, next episode, like I said at the beginning, making sure that we get this thing to the track is the most important thing on April 16th. And that's in Wisconsin Dells. It's a pretty big race. They call it the Icebreaker. So some pretty big name people usually show up to this race. Johnny Sauter is going to be there. I saw him on the registration. Anybody else?
I don't know if Ty's gonna be there. I mean, Johnny's a
yeah, he's probably
they're all quality. I mean, Johnny's a NASCAR truck champion, and last fall in the Halloween at the same track in the same group, he had a tough time running fifth.
There's quite a bit of money at these races because there's a relatively big prize for it. So that's the goal, is just to get this thing to the track, get it on there, get qualified, and just kind of do a first shakedown of the season before we start doing our weekly deal, because the weekly thing is going to be, a progression. We're going to get better and we're going to get better. We're not going to go right to the top of the charts in 1 week. We're just going to get better, and it can be a battle of attrition on that track. Mm-hmm. So if people drop out, we take advantage of it. We just kind of keep chugging along, keep the car on the track, keep the sponsors happy. It's going to be a good time. I mean, when we could get a win in there, who knows? You got to show up to these straight races. So just make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you guys like what you see, we're going to have more content coming in, some action and stuff like that. Like I said before, some mid-race interviews with Louie. Louie, you okay? You falling asleep there?
No, I was just thinking about how we install this bar right. But go ahead.
Okay, well, we'll fix it later. I mean, be all right. So we'll catch you guys in the next one. So just keep on
Keep on keeping on.
keeping on, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one. All right.